So how would you like to get more of your creative output into the world faster? That's right, your music, your books, your products, your services, your art. Get it into the marketplace faster. That's at the heart of this episode. This is The Creative Entrepreneur, Season 2, Episode 5. Hello, it's Bob Baker here. Welcome to another episode of The Creative Entrepreneur. Got some cool stuff I want to share with you in this episode. One thing, the meat of this episode will be another excerpt from my audiobook called The DIY Career Manifesto. And on it, I'm going to be talking about something, it's summed up as an acronym, MVP. You know, this does not stand for Most Valuable Player, but it is an important thing that will allow you to get more of your stuff out into the world faster, to start getting feedback from your fans and your customers. I look forward to sharing that section of the audiobook with you. First, just want to mention a couple of creative things that are going on in my life. One, this is the 5th episode, but I don't believe that I have mentioned yet, other than in the text of the show notes, what that opening and closing music is. And actually, that is something that my significant other, Pooki, my girlfriend, she and I spent the second half of last year in the recording studio recording an 8-song album. It's available both as a digital download and as an old-fashioned CD. And that song that I've been using for the opening credits and a little longer version at the end is the lead-off track on the album. It's called Wake Up. It's actually a song that she wrote and sang. I played the guitar and did backing vocals on it. But I'm very active on the whole album, wrote and sang a bunch of the songs. We co-wrote things. I played some bass on there, played the cajon, which is a kind of box, the wooden box that you sit on and use as a percussion instrument. And so it was very creatively satisfying. I'm really proud of the music there. Of course, the links will be in the show notes, but you can also go to soulmassagemusic.com, soulmassagemusic.com. You'll see a couple of albums there. That latest one that I'm talking about is called Opening Up to the Good. So it's all a very positive message and upbeat album if you want something to lift your spirits. But anyway, let's get to the main point of this episode, and this concept of an MVP and how you can get more of your creative output out into the world quicker. And I share that in this excerpt from my audiobook, which is also available as an ebook called The DIY Career Manifesto. So enjoy this segment. Principle number 8. Produce a MVP version of your offering. Within a year or so of publishing my little musical success resource guide, I once again got the itch to publish something of my own that I could list and sell in the catalog. But a full-length book project was still beyond what I was ready to take on. Around that time, I was a big fan of Jeffrey Lant, an author who self-published lengthy books on marketing, sales, and creating information products. He published his own mail-order catalog, which he also included at the back of all of his books. Several pages were dedicated to a long list of what he called special reports that he sold for about $7 each. Each report consisted of several printed pages of information on a specific topic. I was fascinated by this idea. No complicated printing process, no binding, just 7 to 10 pages of paper that were printed and mailed only when someone ordered a title. I guess this was a primitive version of print on demand. Heck, I thought, I could do that. And I did. The very first information products I sold were special reports with titles such as 12 low-cost, high-impact ways to promote your band on a budget, and 19 ways to make money in the music business. I was thrilled when the first copies sold, and the math intrigued me too. My profit on selling a $15 to $20 book by another publisher was around $6 or $7, but I could sell a single report for only $7, and almost all of that was profit. When I had a total of 5 reports, I offered the collection at a bulk discount of $25. I quickly realized that publishing my own information resources, even if they weren't traditional books, was the way to go. That leads me to the MVP idea expressed in the title of this section. No, it doesn't stand for most valuable player. It's actually an idea a lot of entrepreneurs and business people have been talking about in recent years. And I strongly suggest you learn to embrace it as well. Introducing the MVP. In his book, The Lean Startup, Ries wrote about how new companies and people with innovative ideas often create a minimum viable product early on. For a software company, that might mean offering a bare-bones version of a new program, something with just enough features to get into the hands of early beta users to see how they react. There are many benefits to doing this. One, the early users give you feedback you can use to uncover weaknesses that will lead to improvements. And two, getting out a simple version of your offering lets you know if there's a real interest in the thing to begin with. If the early users don't react with enthusiasm and they don't feel compelled to spread the word to others, you may have a product that won't gain enough traction in the marketplace. In other words, don't spend countless hours and dollars creating something in seclusion only to find there's no need or desire for it. Creating a MVP can help you determine the strength of your ideas sooner. Even though I didn't give them that name at the time, my early special reports were my minimum viable product. They allowed me to get something out into the marketplace, get feedback from actual readers, and make a little bit of money while I was learning the ropes. In fact, the very book you're listening to was launched in this manner. I didn't write 50,000 words of the DIY Career Manifesto before I let anyone have a peek at it. Nope. Once the first several thousand words were fleshed out, I started giving away free samples in exchange for a name and email address. That allowed me to share the principles, create awareness, get feedback, and build a mailing list of people interested in this topic. I realized that not everyone is comfortable with this fire, ready, aim approach to taking action, but it's a strategy that has worked for me and many other people who have successfully traveled the DIY career path. I highly recommend you do the same. There you go, my audio sample from the book, The DIY Career Manifesto. If you want to know more about that, of course, the link is in the show notes. And actually, that is the website where you can go to find out more about it, DIYcareermanifesto.com. So how could you use that principle? How could you create a minimum viable product and get this something out to start getting feedback from people, see if it has legs? Then you can always improve on it and hone it as you move forward with it once it has proven itself to be something of interest to your fans, to your customers. All right, that's it for now. I'm going to leave you with a slightly longer segment of the first verse and the first chorus from the opening track on my new CD called Opening Up to the Good. This is a track called Wake Up. That's Pooki, my girlfriend, singing, me playing guitar, playing the bass, playing the cajon, and singing backup vocals. So enjoy this little tune, and I'll see you next time. So this is Bob Baker saying so long for now.